Good evening. Welcome, ladies, gentlemen, peoples, friends. It's the evening time. Usually I do coffee and crochet in the mornings. So I figured evening times would be cuppa and crochet. Cup of tea, crochet. Getting organized here. Starting on I'm going to I have to whip up a cactus real quick. Susan ordered a cactus this morning during our live. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. So I am making this cactus real quick. If you want to learn how to make a cactus, it's super simple. You just chain as tall as you want your cactus to be. I'm working with 13 stitches. 12 of those stitches will be working stitches, and then the 13th is the chain, the turn stitch. Welcome in, welcome in. We're getting started this evening. Who knows where we'll go and end up today. This morning we were making millions of mushrooms, and they were absolutely gorgeous. Thank you for my likes. Love those likes. You guys are amazing. So we're going to work on this cactus real quick so we can get it in the mail with the others tomorrow. If you're new here, my name is Lora, and I own the Stuffed Pot, where I crochet plants and mushrooms. We worked on a bunch of mushrooms this morning. They were so freaking cute. Oh my gosh. I finally got the cluster in the pot this morning put on the website, so it is available now if anyone wants to grab it. The cluster we did yesterday is up there as well. The wall hanging that we did this morning, my daughter has. So when I do the cactus, I crochet it in a block. I work in the back loop only. Do you teach how to crochet? I sure do. As I'm going along, I do kind of talk about some of the things that I'm doing. I talk about my stitches. Right now I am working in a half double crochet. I yarn over. I'm going into my back loop. I'm going to pull through. And in a half double crochet, you're going to pull through all 3 of these loops. I like the half double crochet. I think it gives it a good space between working in the back loop. Is going to give us a little rib. You know how the cactus has that ridge, like a barrel cactus is got a little bumps on the side. So when I work in the back loop, that gives us a nice ridge in our cactus. So remember, when you're working on these blocks, that last stitch can tend to hide from you. You got to get it or you will get wonky. When you get to the end, do your 13th stitch or your extra stitch, your turn stitch. We're making a small little cactus. It's going to have a pink flower on the top, so you'll get to learn how to make a flower as well. I'll show you guys. This flower it's just your basic flower petal. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. I appreciate it. Usually during my lives, I talk you through what I'm doing. I answer questions. I can show you different things. And sometimes we just tell stories. Sometimes I have a cat named Pepper who will sometimes come up here and terrorize. My daughters have left for the week. I have 2 daughters who live here every other week. I share them with their father. And on Sunday nights, they go back and forth. And so they just got packed up and went back home. went to their dad's. Hello, Moondrop. How are you this gorgeous, wonderful evening? Has everyone got their beverage of choice? Maybe you have a cup of wine or a beer if it's been a long day. Or you've got tea. I'm drinking tonight white tea. Prince and Peace. I get a giant box of this at the Super Cowwin, the Asian market in the city, and I love it. I love going there. They have such really good food. So I've got a cup of tea tonight. We are making a cactus. We are going to make a barrel cactus real quick with a pink flower, and then we're going to get into making mushrooms. This morning, during our live, someone asked me if I could make a morel mushroom, and she called it something else, and now I can't remember. A hickory chicken. Was it hickory chicken? It was hickory chicken. And I don't know how to, I've never made one. So after I whip up this cactus real quick, we're going to make a hickory chicken morel mushroom. I did Google it a little bit, gave it a Google. Thank you so much for following my channel. I appreciate it. You guys are amazing. The support from my TikTok friends has been so wonderful and highly appreciated. I kicked on the heater a minute ago because it was kind of chilly in here, and now I feel like I'm about to smother and die. I may have to get up and go turn it off. We are making a cactus, a barrel cactus. This is its height. These are going to be its ribs. We're working so we have 12 working stitches, 1 turn stitch. So when we began, we did chain 13. We're going to make it a little longer and fold it in half, cinch up the top, and make it nice and round. And then we're going to put a bright pink flower on the top of it. This is for Suzette. Suzette, I don't know if you're here. Are you here, Suzette? She was here this morning and placed an order through the shop for this cute little cactus named Candy. If you're not familiar with my store, I make crochet plants and mushrooms. My plant section has a variety of plants in it that all have names and personalities. They come with a little personality card and names. This crochet cactus is Candy. And she goes in my smallest pot. Candy's gonna go in this pot right here. It looks big because it's really close to the camera, but she's gonna go into that pot. I think my tea has cooled. Yes, go look at it. Go. All of my plants are in my shop. Most of them are in my TikTok feeds too, just in various places. We're gonna whip this up. This isn't gonna take, if I would just stay focused, this wouldn't take me very long at all. Again, we're working with a half double crochet. We're working we have 12 working stitches, and then our 13th stitch is our turn stitch. And this is going to be a super quick cactus. You guys are funny. We're gonna make some mushrooms later. I'm addicted to making mushrooms. I'm making this cactus real quick because I need to get it packaged so it can go out. My mailman gets here real early. I officially don't have a car. My car was wrecked, and my mom's been letting me borrow her car, but she needed it today, so she brought me home. My stepdad's gonna start doing the work on my car to get it fixed. I was rear-ended by an uninsured motorist on the highway during rush hour traffic. Extremely unfortunate. Thank God I was okay and he was okay. So my insurance paid out really quickly and we're getting the parts for it. Okay, this is gonna be a cactus. Working on a cactus real quick for Suzette. And I'm gonna get this bad boy done and over with and packaged up. And then we're going to attempt to make a Morel mushroom. We made some gorgeous little fairyland mushrooms this morning. We did a cluster in a terracotta pot, and then we did a wall hanging. Those are in my feed. You can see them. I did videos of them on my Instagram and on my TikTok. So you guys can go see those. I feel like maybe I didn't put enough sugar in my tea. It feels very dry. I need to take my tea bag out. So we are crocheting away. I'm almost finished. This isn't a very big cactus. This guy is round and short, like a cute little barrel cactus. Her name is Candy. I think I've got... Yep, I have it here. You can read about Candy while I'm crocheting. This is Candy. Can you read this? These are the name cards. I don't have this one decorated, but each of my plant friends come with a personality and a little backstory. And this is Candy. She's going to have a pink... Let's see. Let's fold her. Yep, she looks good. That's good size. So we're going to cut this off. And where are my scissors? Oh, here's my scissors. We're going to cut this off, make it long enough because we've got to go across the top and down the side and across the bottom. So let's loop that. All right. Sorry if you're reading that. Okay. We're going to take our yarn needle. We're going to cinch across the top first. We're just going to go in and out of stitches. Doesn't matter where. Just get in there good. Stay across the top. You don't want to get down too far. All right. And then we're going to close up this top. Pull it. And close up this top and... we're gonna whip stitch down the back or down the seam. I think this is a whip stitch. Somebody correct me if this isn't a whip stitch. I don't know the name of stitches, but it's where you go in the same side every time. You don't, I was calling it a whip stitch this morning, but I don't think it's a whip stitch. I could be wrong. I just like to stitch up my seams this way. You could do a slip stitch with a crochet hook all the way down, but that leaves a little stitch on this side that I don't necessarily care for. So I sew mine up like this. Thank you for the likes. I really appreciate the likes. You guys are wonderful. All right. This is our cactus, you guys. Boop, boop. So I'm going to leave it empty for a minute. I'm going to leave this tail on. I'm not going to cut it off. I'm going to make the flower real quick. Let's learn how to make a flower. I'm going to attach the flower, and then I'm going to fill it up with poly, and then we're going to boop it right down into the pot. Huh, that's why it's called the stuffed pot. Sorry, I got jokes for days. All right, Candy comes with a very hot pink flower. So we're going to get our hot pink out. Let's make a flower. Tutorial time. Tutorial time. Start with your slip stitch. Slip knot. Slip knot is a knot that you can make shorter or bigger. I make mine by wrapping it around my finger, pulling it through like this. Always hold the short tail because you don't want to let that get away from you. And then bring it. Anytime you're crocheting, it's really important to keep this similar tension as you're going. I try not to be too tight, too loose. You just want to be able to move your thing freely on the hook. We're going to chain. Crocheting is a series of creating loops. in a nutshell, that is the layman term of crocheting. You're just making loops, new loops into old loops. This is your old loop. Let's make a new loop. We just made a new loop. I like to use these two fingers to hold my thing here for tension, and I use these two loosely to keep this tension. We're going to make 4 new loops. They're called chains. 4 chains. We're going to connect this at the top here. We're going to go back into, because we're going to make a little circle to work out of. So we're going to go back into that first stitch. We're going to make, for those of you wondering that are just joining, we're working on a cactus. He's a little flat and deflated right now, or she is. Her name is Candy. She's in my shop. Okay, we're going to chain up 1. We're going to start this new petal by chaining up 1, and I do my petals in a double crochet. So let's learn how to make a double crochet. You're going to yarn over, go into the center of this circle we just made, grab your yarn and pull it through. You should have 3 loops on your hook. You're going to go through the first 2, through the second 2. Yarn over, go into your circle, pull it through. Make sure you're working pretty loosely, but not too loose, not too tight. Go in your second. There you go. I'm going to do 3 double crochets for this petal. Yarn over. What's my like goal? I'd like to have all the likes possible. Hit me. See what you can do. I got I think I was like 14,000 likes this morning. But I had my 2 daughters and my bonus daughter, my 3 daughters in here spamming me away. All right. Now, this is a petal. Okay? This is going to be our first petal. We're going to do 3 double crochets in each petal. So now to kind of bring it down and close it, we're going to go into here. We're not going to yarn over. We're going to go into our circle. This is called a slip stitch. You're going to pull it through, and then you're going to pull that loop through this loop. Now I like to pull this around tight. There's our first petal for our flower. Now we're going to chain up 1 more time. We're going to yarn over, go into our little hole, pull through, and do 2. We are making a flower. If you just joined, we're making a flower to go on top of our cactus. I think I just did a half double crochet on accident. I'm going to leave it. We'll just keep going. We're doing 3 double crochets, a petal. You guys are really amazing. I love it. Okay, here's 2 petals. We're going to do 4 petals. So I'm going to close off this petal by doing a slip stitch, bringing it in, tucking it in back into its base. I'm going to chain up 1, and I'm going to do another double crochet. I'm going to do 3 double crochets. There we go. Perfect. Cinch that back around. Okay. I'm gonna tuck that petal back in because we're done with that petal. Tuck it in with the slip stitch. Brings it all back down. Chain up 1. 3 more double crochets. The house is so quiet after my daughters leave for the week. Even Pepper is in my daughter's room taking a nap on the bed, and he's worn out. My dogs actually, this morning, as I mentioned, I have 2 dogs, and Pepper the cat, and then my 2 daughters that live here. And my dogs go back and forth with the girls, because they were our family dogs when we were married. So they go back and forth with the girls. So it gets really quiet. It's just me and Pepper here. All right, we finished this flower. We cinched that in. This is our 4 petals. And now we're going to clip this off. We're going to leave a little bit of a tail because we need to tie it to the cactus. So we need a little bit to work with. We're going to pull this up. Pull it as tight as you can. And we're going to pull this one too and close up that hole there. Now you see how you have both of these at the side? I want to bring one of these strings to this side. One of these strings to this side because it helps it tie on flatter. If I just tied it on right here, the flower would flop around. So I'm just going to run my string to the other side. Got to get into all those. Man, I really tightened that up. That's a little tight in there. I can't. Oh, you have a cat named Pepper too? And a calico? I love calicos. Oh my gosh, I love calicos. My Pepper is a tuxedo. And he is 8 months old. Rambunctious as hell. He's super affectionate too. But I found him in the middle of an 8-lane highway. Okay, here's our flower. We're going to put this on the top. Excuse me. We're going to put this on the top of our cactus like so. My dog's 7 years. I don't have a cat, but I have a dog. What kind of... Oh, 7-year-old. Well, what's your dog's name? I have 2 dogs, Max and Lucy. I've always grown up with cats. And the last cat I had died 4 years ago. I had her for 16 years. And so I didn't have a cat for 4 years. And when I first got Pepper, man, my allergies were through the roof. And I almost was afraid I was going to have to get rid of him. But eventually, I got used to him and that went away. Gracie, your dog's name is Gracie. My daughter's name is Grace, and we call her Gracie. No, that's so sweet. You have a cat named Miché? Is that how you pronounce it? Miché? 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 Hi, Lisa. Welcome. We're making a cactus. We're going to finish up this cactus real quick, and then we're going to make some more mushrooms. We had someone order a cactus this morning in our live, so we're going to get it up and packaged and ready to go. My hot glue gun is not on. I always put a little bit of glue right there just to, as some of you know, I have unraveling anxiety, and so I always like to secure things with several knots and lots of glue because I don't like things coming apart. How do you order your stuff? So I order my I don't order my terracotta pots. I just have a worry that they're all going to arrive smashed. So I get my pots from Michael's. They have a really good selection of pots. They have this size and they have this size. These are the 2 most common pots that I work with. I just, back when you guys last fall, before Christmas, like October, November, and December, when you guys had me in a constant 3-day back order, I almost cleared every Michael's out of pots, and they weren't getting any new ones in, and it was stressing me out. So I looked into it, but I still haven't ever ordered. I managed to get through. The only thing that I order online are my stickers. Everyone gets a free sticker when you order a plant. While we're waiting for our hot glue gun to order, I'll show you some of my stickers. Let's pick one out to send to Suzette. I try to send stickers that kind of look like what they order. Oh my gosh, maybe that one. Does it need to be that one? Let's pick out a couple here. Oh, this is it right here. Think positive, feel positive. Oh, that's motivational, isn't it? So I order all my stickers on Amazon. I think we're doing that one. Maybe. I order my boxes and my shipping supplies on Amazon. Yep, I think it's going to be that one. Okay. We'll just throw that one in too, for good measure. Candy's going to come with, when you order one of my plant friends, they come with this little name card, and I usually just like to dress it up a little with some washi tape. I don't know. It just adds a personal touch. It's nothing super fancy, but it just adds a little something, something. It just gives it a little something, something. And we are waiting. Sorry, we're waiting for my hot glue gun to warm up. Should just be a minute. So they get these little cute little cards that come with them. All of my plant friends have, oh, sorry, I bumped. All my plant friends have little names and personalities. So she's getting this, she's getting this, she's getting that. Okay, here we go. We're ready now. Let's fill this up. I think I've got enough poly here to keep them. I have a giant craft cloth, so I just put a tiny bit of glue right there. Nothing special. It just makes sure my flower's not going anywhere. I've got some poly, and I'm going to stick that on there because I don't want to touch hot glue. Turn this bad boy inside out. Need just a smidge more, not too much. Okay, we're going to finish up making our little cactus here, and then we're going to work on some mushrooms. I think we're going to make some morels. All right, let's close Candy up. Try to figure out how to make some morels. I've got some ideas in my head. Someone brought it up in my live yesterday. Is that person here? I cannot remember who said it this morning. Asked me if I made hickory chicken. It's hickory chicken, right? Hickory chicken, sorry. Hickory chicken mushroom. We're gonna see if we can make one. Because if we can, oh my gosh, game changer, you guys. This morning we made our little, if you're familiar with my shop, if you've seen them, made little mushrooms. I was going to bring them to the table, but they're up on the shelf right now. Okay, we close this up. We're going to tie her up. Oh, look at our cactus, guys. Oh my goodness. Do I do any craft fairs? I did one this winter. Prefer, if I can do a craft fair, prefer to do it inside. I did one this winter and it was horrible because the wind was really bad and it was cold, but it was at a farm. I probably, over 2 days, sold $200 worth of stuff. I love doing craft fairs. Back when I used to before I made plants, I made beanies. But I do also sell in a shop here locally that I've sold in for the last more than a decade. There's a friend of mine opened a boutique here in Oklahoma City. So it's going to go in here, but we're going to glue her in. And so I do supply her with a little bit of inventory. I'll sit down one day and just make a ton of plants and take them up there and she'll sell them. And it's a nice little income. I get a check from her the 15th of every month in the mail, and it's perfect. She has sold my beanies. I make beanies. She has sold my beanies for the last 10 years. And, so she's actually the reason I got into making plants, if I'm being honest. Sorry, got that all glued in. She, texts me. So she carries plants. She sells novelties and, jewelry, coffee mugs, gift stuff. And she started carrying plants a couple of years ago. And so she sent me a message and she said, "Can you crochet this?" And it was a picture of a crochet plant. I was like, "Ooh, let me try." And so I got into it and I just had so much fun with it and started making them. And they sell in her shop very quickly. There we go. Suzette, if you're here, I don't think you're here, but here's your sweet little candy cactus. I don't have tissue. Well, I'm going to wrap this up later. I don't have tissue paper handy, and it's in the closet. I'll have to dig it out. But I would normally wrap this in tissue, put it in a box. We'll get that out later. Let's make mushrooms. Okay. Morel mushrooms. Hi, glass frogs are cool. Glass frogs are cool, my friend. We got our cup of tea. We got our yarn. We got our hook. Let's make something. So I've decided that we are going to do the Morel with a cap. I think it's going to be easier to work on. I was going to work it on the stem, but we're going to make it with a cap. So here's how we make our mushroom caps. Hello, my friends entering. We are crocheting, having a cup of tea. All right, magic circle always starts with chain 4. Just because I'm going to make this just a little large. Why am I chaining 2? Chain up 1. I'm going to do these with a single crochet. I'm going to do these with a single crochet. And I'm going to make it not super large, but I'm not going to make it tiny because I want to be able to work inside of it when we add the wrinkles onto the Morel, if that makes sense. I'm not going to make it too tiny. So I'm going to do single crochet. Let's count how many we've done. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Let's do 8. So 2 more. Start out with 2 more. And then connect your circle. Chain up 1. I'm going to increase only 2 stitches. So I'm going to do I'm half doubling again, aren't I? Single crochet. Did I? Okay, yeah. Okay. Single crochets. And I'm going to increase 2 stitches on this round. I'm going to do 1 on this side. Do 1 on this side. Side. All right. Keep trying to, gotta chain up 1. Okay. Man, it's gonna be a quiet week. I don't have a car, which means I can't work, so I'm gonna stay at home and crochet all week until my car gets fixed. Which means I'll probably be doing a lot of crochets, plants. We're going to just completely stock the store. I'm going to throw in an increase. I wasn't paying attention and I don't think I increased, but we're just going to do 1 on this row. I'm so glad you like it. Rainy Marie. My middle name is Marie. Because, you know, I'm a Gen Xer and your middle name's probably Sue, Lynn, Marie. If you were born in the 80s, 70s, and 80s. All right. Someone just placed an order. You guys are freaking amazing. I can't see right now what it is. I'll have to get on the laptop and look. You guys are freaking awesome. I love it. I absolutely love making these, and I love that you guys love them. And so when you order them, it keeps me going. And I mean, I'm going to crochet till I die anyway. I'm currently working on 3, I'm working on 1 blanket, but I'm doing 3 blankets this year. You were born in 2001. So that's funny because my dad has a daughter. She would have been born, I forget what year she was born. Probably around, how old are you? 2001, you're 20, right? 20, okay. She's a couple years older than you. They gave her my same middle name. I mean, we have different mothers. My dad got remarried. 21, okay, yes. Oh, it's 2022, is it? I was thinking it was 2021. This is, I'm going to have to bring this in. This is going to bell out a little too far. Okay, we're not increasing anymore. No moss. No more increasing. because this is starting to ball out, and I don't want my Morel to be a ball. I want it to be a triangle. Thank you for the follows. I'm glad you guys are... I did a half double. Oh my gosh, I've been doing half doubles this whole row. How far back did I do it? I did it all the way. Dang it. Let's frog that row. Not that it really matters, but because we're just going to be covering it up. Okay. But I think it really doesn't matter. We're just going to go back through. We're not going to increase anymore. We're going to keep going because I want more of a slender cap for my Morel. If you're familiar with Morels, they're extremely popular and yummy to eat. And they are easy to find this time of year in the woods. And people go out and hunt them down, slice them up, saute them with some butter, yummy, yummy. But they're very wrinkly on the outside. So we're going to attempt to crochet one. Someone asked me about them this morning. So we are going to try to make one. We're going to use 2 colors for this. We're going to use this lighter because they are lighter in their core. Now, when you work in a round like this, when you're crocheting, it's going to naturally go inside out. So this will be the outside of our bell. To excuse the blister on my knuckle there. I was helping my parents put up a fence yesterday, and I was drilling holes into wood planks, and the drill was very heavy, and I am not a manual labor person. My hands are delicate. I crochet all day. So I got a blister very quickly. So they moved me to the miter saw. I called it a table saw, and my stepdad corrected me, said, no, that's a miter saw. But we made it work. Oh, no. Slipped off. We're going to go a little longer because Morel caps are kind of lengthy. I don't know how this could be a disaster, you guys. I hope you have faith in me. The pictures I had to go off of Google were not that promising. Like, we're all just out here trying to figure out how to crochet a Morel. So, there is someone on Etsy that sells a pattern. I did not buy said pattern because I wasn't 100% on board with the way that it looked. No offense. It just, I'm a creator. Also, I told you guys the story this morning, I cannot follow patterns. I am not good with patterns at all. They are not my thing. People have been asking for patterns. I'd much rather give you a tutorial. I'll sit here with you all day long and tell you how to do things. And maybe one of these days I'll sit here and do it, and somebody that can write patterns. Did someone else just place an order? Oh my gosh, I think I just got two orders. You guys are so freaking amazing. I love you all. We're going to keep going on this cap. We're going to make it long. I want to make a really good Morel. I don't know what I'm going to do with this Morel when I'm done. Maybe we'll put it in a pot. And maybe we'll just leave it by itself. Yeah. Hi, Sherry. I can't do one was Green Christine. Ooh, I can't wait to see what you ordered. I'm going to pause for a second. I'm not paused. I'm going to be right here. I just want to see what you ordered. Sorry, my laptop's on this side. Oh, crap. I got to log in, and it's going to send me a code. Sorry, you got to look at my arm. Try to do it with my left hand. I don't know what I'm going to do with this Morel. He's kind of a chunky monkey, isn't he? $793,550. 793. Oops. 793,550. Can you guys hear my music okay? I am listening to Lo-Fi Girl on YouTube Live. She has a continuous live of music, and I absolutely love this music. It is so relaxing. Somehow I think I missed a stitch somewhere, but that's okay because we're going to bring this cap in and tuck it in, so it's probably a good thing. I'm chatting away and not paying attention, and I missed a stitch. So I'm going to stop before it gets too narrow and we can't get the stem up there. This should be long enough to work with. Let's stretch it out a little bit. That's the shape of a Morel cap, mostly. We got to leave this long because remember, we got to take our tail to the top of our cap. These two tails are what's going to tie the stem on when we go to attach the stem. So you want to make sure that when you're cutting your tail here, you leave some length to work with. All right, we're going to slip stitch that last, pull it through. All right, let's pull this bad boy inside out. What was the name of the music? It's called Lo-Fi, L-O-F-I. And she is, lo-fi is a genre of music, and she is Lo-Fi Girl on YouTube. Lo-Fi, hip-hop radio, beats to relax and study to. Her channel is called Lo-Fi Girl, and she's got like some 10 million subscribers. I love it. I love this music. I always leave way too long. Hey, better safe than sorry. Some of you have witnessed when I don't leave a long tail, and I've turned that inside out without putting that tail up. So here we go. We got to go backwards. I forgot to bring this tail up before we went inside out. So here we go. Bring this tail up. Weaving in ends is, it's my nemesis. I hate it. I have unraveling anxiety, and I always think everything's going to unravel, and I can never feel confident enough that it's raveled in good enough that I can cut it off. Yeah, right? I mean, so my mom made a blanket. I've got it in my living room. She started it when she was pregnant with me. I was born in 78, so I'm 44. And then she finished it when she was pregnant with my brother, and he's 15 months younger than me. And not a single end has come out. Okay, we got both of these tails up to the top. That's going to help us secure it to our stem when we get that way. No, a Morel mushroom. Yes, tell your friend Brian. Brian, enter. We're going to make a Morel mushroom. I feel like I did something wonky somewhere. See that? I wasn't paying attention. Oh well, we're going to cover it up. Okay, here it goes. So this is our inside core color. We're also going to do the stem in this color. We're going to step it up. We're going to do a lighter shade Morel, because some Morels are dark and some are lighter, but we're going to do a lighter shade. I don't know. Hold on. Let me get an option for you guys. Where's my darker brown? Hold on, I'm trying to find my darker brown. I had a darker brown here somewhere. Hold on, I'm not going crazy. Okay, I have this stone colored. Nope, that's not it. That's not a Morel. What about this darker brown? Or this tan brown? What color? What are we thinking? I got another one that's darker than this. Maybe I don't. I think I dreamt it. I'm going crazy. The first one. This one? Oh, the darker color. Okay, let's do the darker color. I tend to agree with you, so let's Okay. So, basically, I think what we're going to do is we're going to... Hunting them. Oh, I wish I could find them here. Everyone's so secretive about where they are. They used to grow on my parents' property, but they haven't had any in the last couple years. I don't know what that's all about. Okay, I know someone said the lighter. Christy says tan. We're gonna go with the darker one first. We'll make them both ways because they really are different shades. We're gonna make a series of chains. We're going to make a series of chains, of lengthy chains. We're going to just try, again, I told you guys, this could be a complete failure. I've never made a Morel. I've Googled some pictures. Someone asked me this morning if I knew how to make one, and I said, challenge accepted. So this could be comical. We may frog a lot. If you're not familiar with frogging, that means undoing your crocheting work. Okay, I don't want to give this too much height because I'm going to do this chain here. And then I'm going to anchor it down. So I'm going to give it a single crochet. I'm not going to half double it. I'm just going to do a single crochet. This is going to give me that ripple. And then I think what I'm going to do is we're going to sew this onto this. Sorry, I'm thinking here for a second. We're going to sew this onto this, but we're going to sew it in like a wrinkly pattern, right? Because that's how they are. So brave lines. Well, you know what, Glitch Stitch? Yes, it is brave. But I have also found that you guys are incredibly inspiring and helpful. On our last live this morning, we were making chicken of the woods in a mushroom wall hanging, and it was my first time making chicken of the woods too. And someone said, oh, you should put wire in the edge. I was already putting wire in the stem, and popcorn is an explosion frozen in time that you can eat. That's silly. I had a thought all of a sudden that maybe I should do this base chain in this color just so that I can edge the top. That way we can still have some depth to our core color. Because if you look at a Morel, that core color still bleeds through. Let's do it. Hold on. Stop the presses. First frog of the session. Okay. We're doing it. I'm going to do it this way. Okay. Because the more I look at it, I'm like, yeah, it needs an edge. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Come on. I'm going to whip up this chain really quick. If you're trying to learn how to chain stitch, now is not the time. I'm going to get some length in here. Now, the one thing that this will do is it'll create more tail ends that we have to tuck in, but we can always tuck them into the inside of our cap because everything is hidden in a mushroom cap. What size hook? This is a G. I think G is a 5 mil. These are our old hooks. I've had all my hooks are my grandmother's. I'm the only grandchild that still crochets out of all of her grandchildren, and she's passed. She taught me to crochet when I was 10. I am 44 now. Been crocheting consistently for 3 decades. I've spent most of my time crocheting beanies and making beanies. I also make my own fur palms. Oklahoma, where the wind, yes, oh my God, the freaking wind right now. I can't with this wind anymore. I'm over it, I'm done. I'm going to leave a long tail because I don't know what I'm going to do with this later. I don't know how I'm going to have to tuck it in, but I'm going to tuck it in. All right, we're going to go back over our chain. So we did our chain stitch in our core color. I think this is going to look so much better. It was worth the the start over, the do over. All right, we're going to do a single crochet on the top of this chain. It's going to really blend the two colors together much better. I think it's going to give it a much better transition. Agreed? Agreed? I'm also using a worsted weight yarn. Probably should be using a sport weight yarn with this. It'd be a little bit more delicate, but I'm not in the habit of buying sport weight yarn. I probably should now that I'm doing mushrooms and I want them to be... Hello, Vanessa. How are you? Honey, what am I making? Girl, I am trying to make a Morel mushroom. It was requested today, and I said challenge accepted. So we're going to try to make a Morel mushroom. I don't know what it's going to look like. Second thought, if I would have done this all in brown, I could have sewn it in with the core color, and it probably still would have given that gradual effect. But it is what it is. We're going to stick it with this. I need to get my head out of the gather. Hold me, I'm scared. Yeah, you should have seen this morning. I was trying to keep from all the comments when I was making my my mushroom caps. It was a little comical. But yes, we're going to keep it PG for the kiddos. Nature finds a way to duplicate things, don't they, in different ways. All right, we're doing these single crochets all down the line. So my thought is this is gonna sit, oh my God, yes, it's gonna be amazing. We're gonna crinkle this up. I'm just laying it on here first just to see how it's gonna set, but we're gonna like really give it some crinkles best as we can. If we can get to the end of this line. I'm probably gonna have to make more of these ribbons. I didn't wanna make it too long because I don't know exactly how much I need. So I'm gonna make it in sections, which is fine. I can always add more later. Doing it this way, we'll be able to add as much or as little as we need to. See how far this goes since we're winging it here. On a wing and a prayer. Who could it be? Okay. All right, we're gonna snip that kind of long. I don't know what we're gonna do with it later, so let's see. Oh my goodness, you guys. I think this is gonna be great. All right, what we are gonna do first is we're gonna cut a string of our core color because we're gonna sew this to the cap. So I need the core color. So I've got kind of a lengthy piece because I don't want to run out. And I'm going to use my yarn needle. Here we go. It's a moment of truth. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to tuck this into that. I'm going to tuck these two in here to give it a nice tapering off. Sorry, I'm bumping my stand. I don't mean to make it wiggle wiggle. It folds. Okay. Uh-oh. What do I have a hold of? Oh, okay, yeah. Okay. Sorry, I got scared there for a second. I was grabbing something I didn't think I should be grabbing. Okay, we're going to pull this through, and we're going to start our wrinkle in the top here. So I'm going to tie this off here with, we're just going to loosely tie it. I just don't want to pull it out. I want it to be secure. I don't want to have to mess with it later, so we can undo that. That's a very loose knot. Oh my God. So we're going to start here, and we're going to anchor this down to these stitches. Now when I'm stitching this in here, I'm going to grab 2 stitches at a time if I can. I think that's going to give it a much better hold than okay, we're going to tie this off just so that it doesn't fall out. And we're going to tie that off, and I will pull this through and tuck it into, let's get this tail out of the way. I don't want this tail in here, so I'm gonna pull it through the cap as well. We can always just pull through the cap and hide it and then fix it in there later. Just get it out of the way with. Okay, here we go. So I am going to sew this onto the cap. I also want to make sure that I'm going to keep my finger inside this cap because I want to make sure that I'm not sewing it, like catching the other side, you know, and closing my bow. All right, now as I go, I'm just going to play with it. Let's bring it up like this. We're going to give it the spirals that it has. So I'm going to try to bring it over into different places so that we're not keeping it in the same spot. I'm really glad I switched that base color because I think that's going to be all the difference in making it look like a true Morel, having the lighter color on the inside. Working on a Viking hat and beard for my husband. Is it like a beanie? Yes, it'll be a beanie style because it's crocheted. I used to make, you guys know who James Harden is? He used to play for the Oklahoma City Thunder, and now he plays down in Houston. I used to make beard beanies and sell them in my friend's store. I freaking love a good beard beanie. Okay. I'm going to, okay, this came out this way, so I'm just gonna sew it on down. I'm gonna work my ribbons downward just because I feel like that's how they go on the Morel. Yes. And I'm just gonna spiral it like that. And then I'll do another one, sorry. Fear the beard, yep. I was kind of sad when he left. Actually, funny story. So every year I made those around like right before basketball season started. I would make tons of them so that she could keep in stock because she couldn't keep them in stock. She was always running out. And so I had just made a ton of them. And I was sitting at a craft fair with a friend of mine that did vintage resale. And all of a sudden I was on my phone and I was literally making them as I was sitting there with her at her little craft booth. And I was making them, and the news broke as I was sitting there that he was going to Houston and we weren't going to have him. I mean, the season was just about to start and I was getting ready to take these over to the store. I was so mad. So I cut the beards off of the beanies and just sold the beanies. How's that looking? How are we feeling about our first Morel? I feel like this is really close. Let's zoom out. Are we feeling good about it? Okay, I'm going to keep going. Because sometimes it doesn't come together until the end. Oh my goodness, I accidentally caught that with my threading. I'm not the best threader. All right. Okay, I'm trying to weave it in good. It looks nice. Granny, have you ever seen a morel mushroom? Or it's called, I guess in some parts of the country, it's called a hickory chicken mushroom. And it's a very wrinkly looking mushroom. Apparently it's delicious. I've never eaten it. Thank you, girls. I appreciate you. Girls are, I always say girls. I assume girls are crochet. I'm sure there's some men in here. But thank you, friends. I need to get in the habit of just saying thank you, friends. Gotta be... Okay, we're down at the end of this, look. Okay, so we're going to bring this back up and we're going to wrinkle it next to it. kind of like this. See, I'm loving it. It's giving me the vibes. But I think that next time I need to do it in a more delicate yarn. But we're gonna keep going, girls, friends, gents. Gonna keep going, just keep going. I like the way it is sitting on the cap. I do like that. I like the way that the ribbon, I think my only thing that I would change here is the thickness of my yarn. But again, we're going to trust the process. Sorry, I keep pulling this away from you guys. I know everyone's trying to see. Let's get it in there. I may want to tack these two together. You know how sometimes on a Morel, they're tacked together? I think I'm going to tack these wrinkles together. All right, let's... didn't really give me the effect I wanted, but oh well. All right, bring it back down. Huh? Don't want to go through that. What is it used as? It is a mushroom. Well, the morel in nature is a morel mushroom, and you can eat it. It's edible. You can saute it. But this, we're just making a replica of a mushroom. And I don't know what I'm going to do with it. Someone asked me if I could make one, so I said, challenge accepted. And here we are making a morel mushroom on my TikTok live. Learning how to do this as we go. Just really giving it a... I like the fact that the length that I did of this ribbon is going to probably end right back up at the top, because then I can tuck those tails in. I was starting to get a little bit of anxiety about where I was going to tuck those tails in. Because that's going to be a lot of tails. If you're not familiar with my shop, I crochet plants and mushrooms, mostly. I have, in the past, crocheted lots of beanies. I used to have an Etsy store just for the beanies, but issues. I just didn't really... I mean, everybody sells beanies. I like to sell my beanies here locally through a shop instead. I've sold a few online, but I get a lot more sold through my local shop here. All right. How are we feeling about it? You can... you know what? And I know the same person that told me to put the wire in the chicken of the woods is probably telling me to put wire in this. Why do people hunt for the mushrooms? Because they're very rare and hard to find. And oh, you could use it as a cap on a wine bottle. Oh my gosh, of course. I'm going to put a stem on this after we get done with the cap. So it's going to have a little stem. And you could just set it in your plant. Or you could set it on your shelf and just think it's super cute if you're a mushroom lover. All right, we're going to tuck in the top of this. All right, let me pull in the top. We're going to make another ribbon. It really looks like we may only need like 3 of these ribbons I feel like I need to go back and count how many stitches I did, because that was actually a perfect measurement, wasn't it? I'm going to leave this tail. We're going to use it to stitch in the next row. Oh, I didn't get that tacked down good enough right there. Let me put another stitch in there. I think maybe if I had a different color yarn, you know what color I should have done? I should have done this tan as my base and this as my outside. Maybe it's the color combo. I don't know. Let's get it done and see. Okay. I'm going to leave this here because we're going to use it on the next row. But let's make another ribbon. I really don't want to count these. We're just going to eyeball it again. This light is really bright, and sometimes it makes this... Is that light better? Is that better lighting for you guys? Was I overdoing it with the light? It feels dark in here to me, but... Make up another ribbon to go down. I might just make this one super long to finish it off. I think I like it better without the light. We're going to just keep going with this so I don't have to make another one. I think that's pretty long. I'm going to cut that off, tie it off, add our top color. We're doing if you're just joining us, we're making a Morel mushroom. Trying it, never made one before. So I'm just creating my own little pattern here, my own little process, just off the top of my head. And we are just got one little set. Oops, sorry, bumped it. We just got one little set of wrinkles on so far. I feel like gonna play around with the color combo the more I do these. Morels are found in all different colors. Some of them have darker edges, some of them have lighter edges. I think the objective here today is to get the pattern down, to get the engineerings of it all working. Let's see if we can get this in. We're going to make this, and then we're going to sew the ribbon on. Sunday night, is everybody ready for Monday? We're going to, I'm going to be here in the morning. I'm probably going to do another live in the morning. Work on some orders and work on building some more inventory. I don't back order my mushroom clusters or even my plant arrangements. Those are all unique and one of a kind. I do back order my plant friends though. Those I make a million times over and can get those out pretty quickly. But all of my clusters of either my plant arrangements, I do succulent clusters, I do mushroom clusters, I do various plant arrangements. All of those are unique, and I don't duplicate them. And the unfortunate part of that side is that they don't all come with names and backstories. It just gets to be too much to try to have to print all of that off. We are making the ribbing to go on our Morel mushroom. Thank you for the likes, you guys. I love you supporting my channel, helping me get the word out. Letting people know that we're here, hanging out, having our cup of tea, and doing some crocheting. It's been such a busy weekend. We had really bad storms last night. In fact, I gotta go get our blankets out of the storm cellar. We left them down there. Had some crazy storms last night. Rained for like 5 minutes this afternoon. It was good though. We needed the rain. I need to get my garden dug. I still have been procrastinating on getting my seeds in the ground. Kind of was waiting. Sometimes in April we'll get a really random freeze here in Oklahoma. So I am in Moore, Oklahoma, the path of the tornadoes. So I for sure was in my shelter last night. Just a little backstory on me. Sorry, I kind of got a little quiet there. Have been crocheting since I was 10. My grandma taught me. I have 3 kiddos. I have a son who's 16. He lives with his dad up in the northern part of Oklahoma City, so that he can go to school up there. And then I have 2 daughters from my marriage. I'm divorced. I've been divorced for 4 years now. And my daughters go back and forth to their dads. We get along great. Everything's good, wonderful. Share custody, all that jazz. I have a pretty calm and chill, mostly chill. I don't like that comes out right there, but I'll move it later because I'm going to anchor this down in here. All right, let's put this new ribbon in. I'm going to bring my hook up through this hole because we're going to feed the top of this tail through. All of these tails are going to anchor into the top of this cap. Oh, I snagged. I got to go inside out and pull it. I got it just enough to be inside. There we go. Oh no, that's the one I snagged. Oops. Here we go. Get it. Come on. Okay, I got that one locked in there down. Oh, I didn't tie it. I'm gonna leave it. I'm just gonna leave it. This is gonna probably get difficult because usually to turn these inside out, to put the stem in, I have to turn it inside out, and the more that I stitch to this, the less stretchy it gets, and I just realized that. So we'll figure it out. We'll cross that bridge when we come to it, correct? Correct. Okay. Let's put this together. I don't know if this ribbon's going to finish it off, but we'll see. We'll try it. See where it goes. Oops. All right, I'm going to grab this. I'm going to tuck it in over here. Loop it in. So it's prom season here, and I've really been enjoying watching everyone's kids are growing up, and I was flipping through Facebook yesterday, looking at all my friends who have kids who are seniors this year, and their gorgeous dresses and beautiful suits. It was so fun. My kids aren't quite there yet. My son doesn't he's not really into that kind of stuff, so I don't know what he's gonna do. He says he doesn't want to go to prom, but you never know. He'll be a junior next year. He might change his mind. All right, let's see. I feel like we're gonna go in to go out on this one because I'm starting to get my little... Oh, I didn't... You guys, let me know when I trail off because I was not paying attention. You guys are funny. I'm just sitting there watching the table and I'm drifting off the screen. I'm trying, sometimes I can crochet while looking through the phone. But when I'm trying to do this stuff that I've never done before and it's pretty detailed, I kind of hold my head to the side of the phone and peek around it. And so it causes me to drift a little. See, this is probably one of the reasons why I can't write patterns. There's no pattern to this. I don't know how I would tell you guys, go this way and go that way. Put some masking tape markers to know where to keep. Oh, that's a good idea. That is a brilliant idea. Alright. I stopped putting my finger in the cap to make sure I wasn't picking up stitches from the other side. I don't think I am. How's this looking? I feel like this dark color is too dark, but some of the Morels it's actually darker on the camera than it is in real life, I promise you. And I think that's why I went with it, but every time I look into the phone at what I'm doing, I'm like, ooh, that's a little dark. But again, we're just working with the process here to see what it's going to do. We're just circling it in and out. It works better when I get down this way. There we go. Pick up these 2 stitches. Keep going. I'm taking the week off this week. I wrecked my car, got hit, rear-ended on the highway by an uninsured motorist. So I am taking the week off of my job. I Uber drive for a living. I was in real estate for several years. I was a licensed broker here in Oklahoma. And I just got really tired of it. I got really burnt out, I'll be honest with you. The market here is ridiculous, as it is everywhere. There's no houses on the market. And I got tired of spending my weekends and evenings showing people homes that, I don't know. It just got really, really, after the divorce and not having 2 parents in the home, it was really hard to be home in the evenings for my girls, my kids. And so I decided to not do that anymore, and I needed something flexible. I took some time to really try to find something flexible so I could get my kids from school. I was just so accommodated, accustomed to working that super flexible schedule. So I started Uber driving. Actually, I started that before I got divorced, but so I've been doing it for 6 years. I really like it. It's decent money, and it's super flexible. If my kids get sick, I don't worry about a boss getting mad at me. But I got rear-ended last week on my way home from work. Thankfully, I didn't have a passenger in my car. And by an uninsured motorist, so I had to make the claim on my own insurance, which really bites. Good evening, my friend, my roadkill friend. We are here. Remember this morning, somebody asked me if I could make a morel mushroom. So here we are giving it a go. Seeing how we can do it. This is it so far. I'm good. Just here attempting to make a morel mushroom. I'm going to loop this down. So, all of that said, my car is not, I mean, it's drivable, but it's in the shop. It's getting fixed. My stepfather is going to work on it, and he has a really big, awesome body shop. It's fully capable of getting it all together. So he's got my car. And I'm just going to chill at home this week. Take a breather. Crochet a bunch. I'm working on blankets for my kids, so I've got those to work on. Driving a bus for the district, my scrolls. Yes, I could drive, but then that would put me in the hours that I have to take my girls to school. I had looked into that, but then that would have me working when I would need to be picking them up. And that's my biggest thing right now. We live in the district, and we're too close for a bus, but too far to walk when the weather is bad. And I'm just weird about my girls walking. I mean, they walk with friends sometimes. It's fine. I don't really worry about them getting around in the neighborhood too much. As long, they walk in herds. We have a lot of kids in herds. We have a lot of kids in our neighborhood. I have to unplug my okay, gotta get my phone plugged in here. We're gonna lose everything. But it gets really cold here in the wintertime, and a majority of the school year is wintertime. And I know our grandmothers walked 5 miles in the snow barefoot, but I just am too empathetic for that. I don't know. I don't know. I'm the primary parent as far as when it comes to them being sick or having doctor's appointments. And I feel like this year we had more than we should have. My youngest daughter got Invisalign this year, and so we were lots of dentist appointments for that. My other daughter suffers from a little bit of anxiety and whatnot, so I've been dealing with that. So I just feel like I'm always taking off for work, for doctor's appointments, staying home with sick kids, someone gets sick, and then of course the COVID. Oh my gosh. COVID made us all have to stay home a lot. But I like Uber driving. I don't mind it at all. Worked on a scarf most of the day to my hands and eyes. Well, did you finish your scarf for all of that? I hope that you were able to finish it and get it done. I bet it looks amazing. All right. Sorry, I'm pulling it off. I'm gonna have to get the tape. I'm gonna have to get the tape out. But I don't mind like I said, I don't mind Uber driving. It's fine. It's a decent living. I work the airport, so everyone's really nice. But when someone rear-ends your car on the highway, you kind of can't. I mean, he crunched me big time too. It was quite a crunch. He slammed right into the back of me. He actually busted out his front tire. It was bad. But he's helping me. He was very nice, communicable, and working it out, getting it done. Okay, this one ended here, so I don't think we'll make it to the other, back up to the top. So you know what? I kind of feel like these are swirling. I've got them all swirled, but it's slanting this way. And so I'm going to fill in this little area here, and then we'll just make another piece to fill in this area. How's it looking so far? Oh, it's your scarf is your learning project. Yeah, hey, that's how I started. I started making pot holders. That's what my grandma had me making. This is our morel mushroom. You know what I think is going to make this mushroom really come together? The stem. I think this stem is really going to do it. It's going to seal the deal. And then we're all going to be in love with it. Am I going to continue making these for the store? Probably not. Not that I don't like it. I don't know. I say that. I may whip some more out later. We'll see. But I'm only going to make one tonight. I have no plans tonight, so we may be here all evening together, crocheting. Sorry, I'm doing it again. Smaller project. Yeah, I don't know. This wasn't really... Oh, you should have started a smaller project. Well, hey, I say go big or go home, my dear. There's no better way to learn how to swim than to be thrown in the pool. Thanks, Maria. I'm glad you think it looks great. Okay, we're going to end this one right on... No, I don't want to curl it either. I'm trying to figure out how I want to end this and put it, because I'm going to have to tuck in. I'm going to tuck in... You know what? First, real quick, I'm going to tie this in a knot here just to narrow and taper off my ends. I don't want to weave in my brown end into this color, and I can't really tuck it into the cap because we're right here at the bottom of the cap. So this darker one I'm going to weave into these single crochets, and this one I'm going to weave into the cap. So I want to tie them together just to really close off this edge, because I'm going to end this edge right here. All right, here we go. I'm going to tie it to the end here. Thank you for all the likes. I appreciate it, you guys. Love that channel support. All right. I'm also at the end of my sewing in tail, which I really wish I was at the other end of my mushroom. But it is what it is, right? So I'm going to tuck this bad boy into my ribbon. I feel like that's a better place to hide it. There we go. I'm just going to tuck it into my ribbon, right? Oh, I got too short. I'm going to tuck in my needle and then rethread it. I lost it. All right, I got that tucked in. Let's give it a little snips. And I'm gonna have anxiety for days about that unraveling. Okay, look you guys, this is our morel mushroom. I'm not gonna lie, I love it. I love the pattern. I'm not so hip on the color. I should have used, I should have tried to find a much lighter, a little bit lighter brown. I think the other one was too light. Maybe it wasn't. I don't know. I look at some morels and they're all different shades of colors. I'm going to tuck this brown into the brown ribbon. I'm going to hide it up here. Thank you, Marie. Thank you for the follows. Appreciate it. Love having new friends. I love crocheting. I love sharing my creations with you guys. Oh my gosh. You know what I think this is? The stem is really going to make this, but I also want to try to stretch it out to give it more of a point. You guys, I'm not going to lie. This is better than the ones I Googled. If I'm going to toot my own horn, toot it loudly. My only concern here, and I'm going to be honest with you, I'm going to have to figure out how to, I know how I'm going to tie the stem off. This isn't stretching. I'm not turning this inside out anymore. Thank you, Marie. This is not stretching. I can't turn it inside out. Usually to attach my caps to the stems, I would turn this inside out, use those tails. Remember the tails we left in here that I probably will never see again? And I tie that on, but this is not going inside out. I'm just going to tell you that right now. This isn't going to stretch, and this is too full. So we're going to, I think what we're going to do when we make the stem, we'll work it up there and figure it out later. Let's just crush that bridge when we get there. We got one more ribbon to do. Oh my geez. You know what? I'm going to tuck this into the ribbon as well. Sorry, guys. Yeah, and it fits better. I think it's going to be nice and more snug in there. All right. Give that a little snip, snip. Okay, I'm not going to lie, you guys. This is it. I'm happy. I'm a happy girl. It's really going to come together when I get that stem in. Okay, let's make one more ribbon, and it doesn't need to be long because we're only filling this hole here. How long does it need to be? I don't know, but I do know that it needs to be long. It doesn't need to be as long as the other ones I've done. Because we're just going to fill this little hole here. So I'm just going to literally lay it in here and be like, oh, nope, need to go longer. Okay, let's see. Oh, sorry, I keep bumping my stem. Okay, let's see. Can we get that in there? I think that's just about the right size. That's not how I'm going to lay it in there, but at least I know it fits, right? Yeah, perfect. I'm eyeballing it or winging it. Okay. I only have this much left, so I'm glad that it didn't take very much of this yarn. Okay, we're going to do a single crochet into this. If you're just joining, we're working on a Morel mushroom, and I'm not following a pattern. We're winging it, figuring it out. Someone asked me if I could make one this morning in my live this morning, and I said, ooh, challenge accepted, let's do it. And guess what? I love it. It's the freaking most favoritist, and you 62 people in here that have been watching me for the last hour are the only people who know how to make it now. So, feel honored. I really am actually really happy about this. It's turning out very, very good. Thank you so much for my likes. I was going to look a minute ago to see who my orders were. I got 2 orders in the hatch. Let it load up. Oh, just one. Okay, one. I thought I got... Oh, I know what happened. Okay. Oh, girl, you got a string of mushrooms. Is she still here? Is Christine still here? I am so excited that you ordered the string of mushrooms. I love those. I've had them in the shop for a while, and no one has ordered them yet. Everyone loves them, but no one's ordered one yet. So I haven't had a chance to make them. Or maybe I have. Maybe I sold one. I can't remember. So excited to make those. We'll make those tomorrow. Let's make those tomorrow morning. I could probably still get them out by the end of the day. I'm not going anywhere. Oh, no, I'll mail them out Tuesday. I'll have to mail them out Tuesday. My mailman comes really early, and normally I would take my packages to the mail, but tomorrow morning I've got orders that I worked on over the weekend that he needs to pick up, and I just don't think I'm going to get a string of mushrooms done by the time he comes in the morning, so I still need to package up candy, the cactus that we made earlier. For Suzette... It's the last ribbon. Oh, and I'm gonna need some string to sew with. You guys, I'm so excited. So excited that this looks great. All right, let's tuck in our top. We got quite a bit up there already. Where's our top? There it is. We're gonna put our hook up. It's getting crowded in there. Oh, that's not the hole. Where's my friend with the mind in the gutter? Okay. Oops, I keep kicking this. I'm sorry. My gooseneck, I have a gooseneck holder, and it sometimes gets tired of holding my phone and starts to droop down. And I've noticed when it droops down because I start hitting it with my hand. Okay, we're pulling this through. Oh, great. I don't know. This is... Okay, I'm going to have to try to get it. Like, it didn't pull the string all the way through, and I can't turn it inside out to get the string, so we're going to have to come back up and get it and bring it the rest of the way down. I don't know how to secure those in there, so I'm just going to throw a knot down there and see what happens. Because I can't although those are tied together, it could still fall out, right? Right, that's right. I don't know what I'm gonna do about all that in there. Because those literally could just pop right out. It's really crowded in there. We got a lot of string in there. Oh well, we'll leave it there for now. Cross that bridge when we get to it, right? That cap is full of strings, and I cannot turn it inside out. It's not gonna do it. All right, final ribbon. Let's get it in. Let's get it good. And then we'll make the stem. Figure out how to attach the stem to the inside. I did not account for not being able to get back into the cap the way that I need to, like I normally do with my time then to another set. The others are all, yeah, I think all of them are secured except for maybe the last one I did. No, I did. I got it tied, I think. I think I got it tied. I don't know. So the thing is, though, is that these are secure once I put them on here. So I don't think it's going to have a lot of resistance to be pulled out. I don't know. We'll figure it out. I'll go back up there with my hook and fish around. Yeah, I think it'll stay. I think what I might do is when I'm tying the stem on, I might loop some yarn through them too, because I still have to tie the stem on up there. So I may just catch them all with whatever I'm tying the stem with. Oh my goodness, you guys, I'm really loving this. To whoever inspired me to do this morning, and the sad thing is I don't think she's here. And I forgot what her name was. Maybe she'll find her way in before we're done. Oop. I will definitely make a video of this for my TikTok page, so hopefully she'll come back and see it, because I want her to see that she challenged me to do something and I did it. And you know what? I think I nailed it. I don't know. Tooting my own horn, though. We'll see. I may be a smidge short, and I might not. Nope. Okay, what I'm going to do... Oh, I need to do it this way, and then we're going to end there. That's how I'll do it. Okay. I was afraid, because I don't know why in my head I was thinking I got to go up to go back down. But I don't. I got to... What am I doing? I'm kind of turned around here. Okay. Pull that to that. Gotta come across here, fill in this space. What am I doing? I am making a Morel mushroom. It's been an adventure, but here we are. Almost done with the cap. And then we're going to, almost done with the cap, and then we're gonna work on the stem. Someone asked me if I could make this morning, and I've never made one before. So I spent all day thinking about how I was going to do it. And here we are giving it a go. I'm going to be a smidge shorter than what I'd really like this to be, but that's okay. I think it's actually perfect, to be honest, if I'm being honest. I'm going to have to cap that in here in a minute. But I think, I don't know how I got lucky and managed to measure that just perfect, but we made it. We made it, friends. We made it. Hold on, I'm going to go this way with it. I think, yeah. That's what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do. I feel like this guy should get his own little pot. Like his own little pot to go in. I don't know. What do you guys think? Tell me what you think I should do. Should he just be a little stuffy, like his own little guy, and he just hangs out on his own? What's this? What's going on here? Oh, okay. That's not tight. I can figure... I don't know. Sometimes. All right. We're securing in the last tip of the ribbon. Okay. So I'm going to pull that through like that. Okay. Let me figure out. I got to tuck in these two ends. So we're going to tie those off the way that we would normally tie these off. Tie those two together. And then I'm going to tuck them back into their own ribbon. You guys, I'm so excited about this. I was really fearing the failure on this one. But I think we made it. I just noticed that Christine ordered 2 string of mushrooms. Yeah, girl. Wait, what is going on? Oh, that's was that my beginning thread? I don't know. I got lost. Okay, that's my beginning. This is that thread. Okay, this is the one that needs to go back into. Okay, sorry. I had too many threads and I had to get organized. I had too many pieces coming out and I was starting. My ring is gorgeous. Fire opal. I guess so. Oh, thank you, Emily. I appreciate it. I think that's a fire opal. I don't know. A very, very good friend of mine. Her mother passed away last year. And she had a house full of jewelry. She was an elderly lady who had lots of money at her disposal and loved to QVC shop. And she had hordes and hordes and hordes of jewelry. And so I went to help my friend clean her house out, and she gifted me these 2 rings. This is carnelian. And I have a turquoise. Some of you that follow me that watch some of I have a turquoise ring that I wear on this finger sometimes. She gave me that one as well. And I love my turquoise, but I can't wear it with my carnelian. And, you know, I'm a hippie at heart. I believe in crystals, and carnelian is known to have healing properties for arthritis. So I have arthritis in my hip really bad. I've had surgery on it before. And for torn labrum and an arthroscopy. This sounds like Edmond, Oklahoma. What sounds like Edmond, Oklahoma? I live in Moore, Oklahoma. Edmond, Oklahoma is where my son lives in Edmond. Oh, I just realized that this is not completely secure. But I'm weaving in this end, so I'm just going to come down here and pick it up and fix it. My son lives in Deer Creek, actually. Okay. Tack that down. I didn't like how loose that was. That was way too loose at the base. Okay. If you noticed, I did not stitch for stitch attach this ribbon. So there might be little gaps and it might lift up, and that is fine. The wealthy lady with all the jewelry, I'm from Edmond. She actually, oh, okay, I gotcha. She actually lives in New Mexico. She lives in Clovis, New Mexico. And funny enough, that is where my dad's family, my dad was born in Portales, New Mexico. And my family lived in Clovis. My great-grandmother lived in Clovis. But my friend lives, I met her here. She used to manage my sober living. I used to own sober living houses. Being in real estate and investments, that was one of the things we had. But I don't know anything about addiction or recovery. And she did, so she managed them for me. But her mom got very, very ill and had to move. So she had to move back to New Mexico to help take care of her mom in the final years of her life. And so when she passed away, she didn't have a lot of help. She's in her 60s as well. Has her own set of medical issues and getting around difficulties. And so I went to help her clear out her mother's house, which was similar to a hoarding situation, but not like in the gross, nasty way. It was just boxes and boxes and boxes of purchased items that have never been used or opened, because she just had an addiction to QVC. All right, you all, this is done. We are done with this cap. Look at this. I'm gonna pull the phone out a little bit, just a little, give us some room to really gander at it. But we just made a Morel mushroom. It is really hot in my house right now. Woohoo! Marie, I know, right? Woohoo! We're gonna work on the I really love this, and I really do. I think this turned out and tucked it up. I might actually even be able to tuck that up. Let's turn on my extra light here. I gotta go turn the heater off. I'm about to suffocate. Oop, sorry. Hold on. Okay. That extra light is too much. I'm sorry, I've been blinding you all. So yeah, the only things I would do differently is not end a ribbon on the end of the cap. I just don't like the look of that there. And I think next time, does it keep buffering for anyone else? Did I lose something? Is my connection bad? I'm on my Wi-Fi instead of data. Okay, let's make the stem. I'm trying to think of how I want to make this stem on this Morel. I'm going to make this stem a little differently than I do my other stems. Oh, okay, good. I'm glad it got connected for you. Got fixed. Okay, I'm going to make this stem a little bit differently than I make my other stems. Only because this is a pretty chunky monkey. I mean, this is a big Morel. It's bigger than my other mushrooms. And I want it to have a little bit of a bell. But this is heavy. And I feel like the other stems that I make are going to be too weak for this. So what I'm going to do, and I got a bunch of junk in there that's, let me think this through for a minute. I really need to secure all of these. Let's pull all these guts out. Yes, it's freezing here too. Is it cold outside where you are? Our temperature dropped a little bit because we had a storm come through last night. So it's like in the 60s. It's really humid. Okay, hold on. I think I got all of these. Let's see. I put 4 up. Yeah, I'm getting them. They're coming. Okay. I want to make sure these are secure and that they're not going to come out. I really don't think they are, but they might. I mean, if somebody really manhandled those tops, the ones that aren't tied down really could come out. So what I'm going to do here is I'm just going to divide these in half, okay? And actually, you know what I'm going to do? Because I don't really need... Here's what I'm going to do, guys. I just figured this out. I'm going to start my stem off of this. And I'm going to crochet it if I can. I don't know. It'll be inside out if I work on it, won't it? It will. It'll be backwards. Okay. Hold on. I'm still processing my thought here. I'm going to tie this around here and anchor these so that they don't come out. I know this is really ghetto. I should have figured this out earlier, but I can't get back up to this top of that stem to, I can't get back up to the top of the stem to tighten those. So we're just going to give these a little tighten and tie them all together, and then shove them back up there. That way they don't just fall out. Okay. Snip this one off and shove them back up there. So I was thinking, I've got these stitches here. I could just start and continue, but I think if I crocheted on it, you guys would see the back side of this. Nope, you wouldn't. I can do it this way. Let's start it and see. We're just going to continue our stem. I'm going to do this. We're going to continue our stem, and then I think we're going to fill this sucker with polyfill and just make a plushie. We're going to do single crochets. Oh yeah, this is going to work out just fine. Yep, I got on the right side of it. I was afraid that I was going to be on the wrong side of it. And then that way I can also, oh my gosh, I can also tuck in this. The pepper has joined at the table, but he looks like he's being pretty docile. I don't think he's going to start trying to destroy my life. Okay, he's going to take a nap on a pile of yarn. All right. Yes, this is it, ladies, gentlemen, friends. I think this is going to work out nicely. Okay, I'm going to close this row, chain up one, go to the next row. Yep. And then, so what we're going to do, because the Morel stem, we're just going to make it short and stubby. Sometimes the stem's not very long on these, but it does come out. It does bell out on its own. So we're going to increase. We're not going to increase this row. I'll increase the next row. I'm going to give it a little bit of a neck. Oh my gosh. You guys. Pepper, you're getting a little too close, buddy. He's trying to sneak in for some snuggles. He likes to chew on my yarn needles, which scare me. I mean, thankfully they're plastic and not super pointy, so I don't think it would pierce him if he swallowed one. My mom had an English bulldog one time that swallowed a sewing needle. So scary. Scariest thing ever. All right. Here we go. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm so excited about this. Solved our stem problem. Solved our cap problem. This is looking gorgeous. Holy cow. Although I can say Pepper is he's creeping in. He wants to be here. You guys want to see Pepper? Say hi to Pepper. Hi, Peps. He's like, Mom, no one's here. I need attentions. He went in there and passed out on my daughter's bed. Did I start a new row? I can't. Oh, you know what? I forgot where my row starts. Pepper, okay, buddy. You're getting a little too close. It's time to go. Oh, I'll give you a snuggle. I'll give you a quick snuggle. Kisses. Okay, off you go. All right, I'm going to start increasing. And when we increase our stitch, we do 2 stitches in one. So I just did 1 increase stitch. I'm going to do 2 more stitches and then do another increase because I don't want my stem to be super long. We're going to stuff this bad boy. He's going to be a plushie. Let's do another increase right here. Stitch looks good for it. We're just going to make him into a plushie. We're not going to put him in a pot. He's going to be his own guy. He's a little heavy. That's a lot of yarn on his cap. So he's got a little bit of a weight to him. We're making his stem. We're going to stuff him with polyfill. I'm wondering if I should weight the bottom of him with some rice so that he'll stand up. How does that sound? I just did another increase. I'm going to keep increasing. I think I'm going to weight his stem with rice, you guys, maybe? Yes, no? That way he's belling out very nicely. Now that looks like a morel mushroom, doesn't it? It's kind of difficult to see the wrinkles. I'm going to have to tuck this in. This is going to bug me, this one hanging down here. I don't know. So somehow I missed my row start, and I've just been going around and around and around. I think my row starts right here, actually. Let's catch it back. It's very important to make sure you keep your row starts, because if not, it'll get uneven. Okay, there, we found it. We got it in there. or beans. I don't have any beans. I'm not a bean eater. So don't keep some beans. I have rice though. But rice, I don't know. Rice may not be heavy enough. I mean, I'm not saying it's like super heavy, but I was just trying to think of ways to get it to like stand on. I mean, it stands on its own right now. Well, I need to give it a bottom. I'm going to give it a felt bottom. No, I'm not. I want it to... Do I want to give it a felt bottom so it stands? Or should I continue to just close it in? I want it to be flat. I want it to stand up on its own. Okay. I'm not going to increase anymore. I'm going to go ahead and bring her on in. I'm going to do a row of stitch for stitch. Pepper? No, no. Sir. He's just passing through. Off he goes to his chair. He has a chair over here. I'm right next to my back door. And he has a little chair he sits in. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and fill this with polyfill. Yep, fill it and close it. Yep, I think we've gone long enough. But I don't want to pinch it. So I've got to figure out, I'm not the best at just like figuring out how to make this flat. So I'm thinking if I should fill it and then give it a circle of felt and call it a day. But the only, let me see what colors of felt I have. I think that's what I'm going to do. If I'm being honest, I'm not going to tie off yet because I don't know what I want to do. Let me get some polyfill in here. All right, I'm going to do this in pieces because that neck is pretty narrow. All right, here we go. Stuff it, stuff it, stuff it. That's also going to secure those strings in there from messing around. I've got them all tied to each other so it can't completely fall out. Yeah, I think I'm going to give it a felt bottom as well. I'm going to settle on the felt bottom. If I decide to do something later, I'll do something later. But, okay. So I'm going to go ahead and close this off. I'm going to pull this out. I want it to stay even. I'm going to tie this off. So, sorry, I keep pulling it out of the screen. Okay, tied that off and pull this through. I'm going to make a little... knot, and then I'm going to tuck that down in there with it. Bye-bye. In the hole you go. Okay, this is pretty firm, this stem on its own as it is. It'll be much more firm when I get this stuff in it. So what is this project? We are working on a morel mushroom. Welcome. We mostly just finished it. We're working on finishing it. Someone asked me if I could make a morel. I don't like this one. What do I do? I'm just leaving it. I'm just going to leave it. It's going to have to get over my anxiety. Let's see. I might need some executive assistance. Nope. I'm going to use my brown. It's the only color I have. I have brown and I have white. My brown is much more thick than my white. My white is really thin. I'm going to do some more stuffing in there. I want to make sure it's nice and firm. My glue gun should be on. Let's test it. My glue gun is not on. I forgot I unplugged it to plug my phone in. But I'm not using my lamp, so off it goes. I have, I only have 3 outlets, and I've got 4 things running right here. Does it look like one? Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate it. That's what I wanted to hear, is that it looks like a morel mushroom. I'm gonna squeeze it like into a cone, because I know morels are a little more cone shaped. There, how's that? I feel like I'm full. I've got all the stuffing I can get. And then we're gonna top this off. I'm not gonna cut it to shape. I wanna top this felt off first with the glue. I wanna get it all in there. And then I'll trim around it, trim it off. We're just waiting for my glue gun to heat up, because I forgot I had unplugged it when we made candy. I'm just gonna give myself a stretch here. I need to stretch a minute. Hydrate. Got my cup of tea, but I also have a big old jug of water. What should we make next? I don't have anywhere to be. So if anybody wants to get an instruction on anything that I do or make or crochet wise, I think that looks great, you guys. Let's wait. I'm gonna need a new stick of glue. This is the one we tried to use earlier, remember? When we were doing our thing, and thankfully, this is going to be tricky because all of this stuffing is going to try to mix with our glue, and so I'm trying to figure out the best way to combat this. Hold on, I'm going to measure something real quick. Give me just a second. I'm going to measure. I'm trying not to get marker on my Morel, but I want to measure something because I think I'm going to put the glue on my felt first. Because I don't know, this could be a disaster because I've got a lot of stuffing sticking out, and stuffing and glue don't work well together. So I don't know how I'm going to do this. The anxiety is setting in. What about bamboo? Bamboo yarn? Or I don't have any bamboo yarn at the moment. I have bought bamboo yarn in the past. I don't think I have any bamboo yarn. Okay. Cardboard insert. Oh, that is a perfect idea. Give me a second. I think I got something in my handy dandy toolkit. Yes. You are smart, smart lady. Okay. We are going to make this circle. I'm going to very carefully draw around it because I don't want to get any green on my, I'm using a green marker. I don't want to get any green on my Morel. Be very, 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 very careful, and it's not going to be perfect at all. And then I'm going to cut on the inside of this. Thread a yarn mesh like underneath it. I want my base, I want this to stand up on its own, so I want my base to be really flat. Or I would crochet it closed. But I want my Morel. I'm going to make this a little smaller than what I need, because I don't want it competing for the edge with my felt. And also, it's going to be easier to push down the foam. So this is like a cardstock insert. I'm going to make it just a little bit smaller. You have the right idea with the cardstock. Look at us, crafty. It's not all about crocheting in here. Okay, this is going to crunch down in, and guess what? Before I put the felt on, I'm just gonna glue that to that, right? And then when it's set and hardened, I'm gonna put a bead of glue. I'm gonna trim this fuzz off. I'm gonna put a bead of glue around the crocheted edge, and then obviously here, and my felt will stick. See, this is why I work through. Someone earlier said I'm brave to work through, do a new work through on a live, and I do it here because you guys have some really good advice. I don't want to pull any stuffing out because I need it to be firm. Okay, here we go. Oh, I don't have any. See if my glue gun is fired up. It is. All right, this is going to be a mess and a half. Glue and polyfill do not mix. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. Oh my God, that's hot. No, that's hot. Blow on it a little bit. We're gonna push it down as much as we can so that it really gets a hold of the glue in there. That was a really good idea to do. It kind of bounces. It's still really hot. The heat's coming through the paper. I'm gonna blow on it. But what this is gonna do is allow me to keep, probably just blew all that fuzz into my tea. I'm gonna keep the, yeah, I got fuzz in my tea. Oh no, I got some glue in there. Okay. Okay, perfect, you guys. We did it. We worked it out together. Push the paper down on the table. Yes. Oh, because of the heat. See, sometimes I just need a little extra direction. Okay, that is perfect, actually. I know it still bounces back, but now when I go to put it on, I'm going to put glue on this edge here and glue on this, and then I'm going to press it down into my felt. I'm sorry that you guys can't see that angle very well, but I'm going to press it to my felt, and then I'm going to cut my felt off around the edge, and it's going to work out wonderfully. Okay, here we go. Moment of truth. Oh, hold on. Okay, sorry. I had fuzz in the tip of my glue gun. All right. Work it, work it, work it, work it. Okay. Here we go. Oh my God, you guys, this is perfect. I'm going to leave it here for just a second. And then I'll lift it up and show you. There's a little bit of glue coming out of the edges. Not a lot though, like barely enough. It's just enough to get my anxiety going. But you're gonna love it. I just want to let it set for a second. Let's give it a second. Blow on it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go while the glue is still wet, and I'm going to tuck it up around the edges. That way the glue that is on the edges, which it really isn't a lot, I'm just being picky, we'll grab some felt and then we can just trim that in. So we're going to really get those edges squished down. The glue is still not perfectly dry, but it's also not scorching hot either. So we're going to squeeze these edges, and that's really going to hold and seal the edge around so that when we trim off the felt, it doesn't... Oh my God. This thing is going to sit perfectly. I'll move my phone here in a minute when I get done with it. Of course, the polyfill that I shaved off. Okay. Here we go. We're going to trim. I think this is good and dry. I think we did an excellent job of basing this Morel out, and it's going to be a cute little plushie. Oh my goodness. I really need that lady to come back that suggested this, because we need to have a celebration. Okay, let's trim it out. Uh-oh, we did have a little bit of glue. All right, I'm not super happy with the edging on this, but I'm going to leave it. It's secure, I think, mostly. That's not. Just in that one spot, honestly. It's really just right there. That it didn't, for some reason, didn't get pinched down enough to secure in. Do I want to try to get glue in there? Absolutely not. Am I going to? Yes. Precision surgery, glue insertion. I'm gonna have a little bit of a glue tail to cut off, but I did it. I got a drop down in there to close that up. That was gonna bug me. Yeah, I could, I guess, try to reheat it. I think I got it. I did. I got it. All right. Ladies, gentlemen, friends, our Morel mushroom. Let me tilt the phone. You can see it in all its glory. Excuse my wet tea bag in the background. I didn't really think through my aesthetic here. There it is. There she be. Not super thrilled with this color clashing with this color, but it was better than the white would have been, because the white was very thin and not firm, and I wanted a good thank you so much. Thank you. I think it turned out good. I'm glad that, you know what I'm really glad about is I'm glad that a couple things of this process. I'm glad I decided to do that first layer of this ribbon, this color. It's already kind of overpowering, and you really have to separate it to see the core. And I think if I would have done more dark brown, it really would have just you wouldn't have been able to see any of that inside. So I'm glad that I did that. That was a yay executive decision. I don't think I could have done anything about the cap not being able to turn inside out so that I could work with it, but it worked out that we could crochet off the cap and create a stem. I think that turned out to be a really good deal. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Trying to decide what we should do next. I've got 2 string of mushrooms that I need to get done. But I'm also kind of feeling a little tired. Like, maybe we should just do those in the morning. I think I'm going to do those in the morning. Holy cow, this is amazing. I can't believe we did this. I think this is going to look really good with a lighter brown. I'm going to make another one at some point, and I'm going to do it with a lighter brown instead of the dark brown. I'm tired. That's it. I think I'm going to be done, guys. I think I'm going to go curl up in bed, maybe make another cup of tea, and scroll on TikTok. Isn't that what we all do? Thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. I hope that if you're new here, you followed. I'm going to probably do another live in the morning, so if you want to join me for coffee and crochet in the morning, I will be around, probably around 7:30. And we'll make those string of mushrooms in the morning for Christine. She ordered those. Feel free to go to my shop. Feel free to see my things. If you ever have any questions, you can always message me or leave a comment somewhere if there's something that you want to learn. My website is thestuffedpot.com. When you order something, you usually get a free sticker with each plant or item, whatever it is you order. I also have stickers on my website. I have stickers and enamel pins that I get. Those are all real fun plant things. What time in the morning? I'll probably be here at 7:30. Let's say 7:30. Definitely 7:30. And I've got 2 string of mushrooms, so I'll be making 40 mushrooms. The mushrooms that I make on my string of mushrooms look like this. So these are styrofoam dots. So I will make 40 caps, 40 stems, and then these get glued on. These little fun dots. They're little styrofoam dots that I dip in glue with my fingertips and stick on each one. It's a little tedious, but it's what I like to do on these. I don't like to use yarn for my speckles on my mushrooms because I don't know where I'm going to tie it off and tuck it in, and it just looks crazy. But we'll be making these. Christine ordered those earlier today while we were doing our live, and so we'll be making those for her in the morning. So, all right, I'm going to go relax. You guys have a great evening. I love you all so much for all of your support. I will see you guys in the morning. Bye-bye.